I couldn't figure out how in the goddamn world to use this fucking application here.
Oh, well, I appreciate you staying with it. It's owned by China, so it's, the most advanced technology we could find.
Also,
only the best.
Also, I've been using this app for 2 or 3 years, and it's still annoying as hell at times. So you and I are in the same boat.
Oh yeah. I took me forever to figure it out. I've never heard of it before, so pardon me.
No problem. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 177 of the Rich Dickman Show, the podcast that is slightly better than mediocre. I am your host, Rem. Once again, back at you. I got about 16 seconds here to go, Randy, so I'm going to keep talking. All right, a little behind the scenes for you, buddy, with the moo cow on a Monday. Real excited. You're so nervous. You're so nervous. You're so cute. I love it. It's good to have you here. Anyways, I'm Rem. That's Randy. Randy, let's go. What's going on, man?
Well, I'm nervous because I did my fucking job for once. And, I don't want to, I want to see it go over well, and I'm sure that it will. And I'm just real excited to be, I know our massive audience, the audience that is massive, not everybody's a fan of wrestling, but this is going to be a wrestling episode, so get fucked. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan, and we're here for it. So,
all right. Do you want to introduce the guest, or do you want me to do it?
Oh, I'll let you do it, Rim. You got a better voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Imperial Champion of Pro Wrestling Conquest, the Emperor of West Virginia, the one and only Jock Samson. Jock Samson, welcome to the Rich Dickman Show. How are you, sir?
Gentlemen, I appreciate you having me on here. I'm doing pretty good. It's hoodie season here in the 740. I got my hoodie out. I'm in my garage because unlike a lot of people who are professional wrestlers nowadays, they all live in apartments. I own my own fucking home. Can I cuss today?
Yeah, absolutely. I was gonna
as much as you want. Yeah.
So I own my own home. I have a fucking swimming pool in my backyard. I work on my goddamn tractor, and that's what I was doing today. I was fixing a fucking tire on my mower, my tractor, because I'm as blue collar as it fucking gets. Unlike all these other motherfuckers, the only thing they do is go to the goddamn gym and go home and play fucking video game and dorky fucking card games like called Pokemon or fucking Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm doing well, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
We hate video games here. You. Yeah, well, I'm all about the real living, real Southern living. Even though I live in Northeast, I'm in Connecticut. It's awful, but my heart is with you, Mr. Samson. So how long have you been a professional wrestler?
Well, I've been wrestling professionally for 16 years.
All right.
I started. I can't even remember what year I started, but I was trained by a fella in West Virginia by the name of Brian Logan. Brian Logan was a part of the Disciples of Sin at OVW, and I'm sure there's people out there who are wrestling fan. They know who Jim Cornette is. His wife was their manager in Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling. No, Ohio Valley Wrestling, not championship. But he trained.
Probably Jim Cornette's wife. Yeah.
Well, I'm not friends with his wife, but I'm friends with my trainer's friends with his wife and friends with him. But I know what you mean, though. Yeah. I'm actually a big fan of that express of Jim Cornette. So, a lot of stuff that I do I base off of Jim Cornette, and I'm really not basing it off anything. I just say a lot of dumb shit that pisses people off, and Riley just don't give a fuck.
It's such a weird world we're living in. You play the. You try to piss people off to get a reaction, and they get mad at you. Like, why are you making me upset? I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable. Right? Yeah. Soft ass pussies.
It's really
tearing their feelings.
Yeah.
There is nothing worse than someone being a bad guy or a heel, and then someone coming up to you and said, "Hey, man, you're a great fucking heel." I said, "No, you're fucking not a great heel. If people are telling you you're doing great, they should hope you should die.
Yes.
They should wish that you should go out and wreck your fucking car." I'm a people person to an extent, but I'm really not, because I live in the country. I live in southeastern Ohio, out in the woods a little bit, which is kind of odd for a pro wrestler. unless you're Shawn Michaels, killing deers and do the same thing. But it's just I don't want to be around fucking people. I don't fucking like them.
Yeah,
because they want to fucking ask dumb.
Yeah,
dumb motherfuckers. Hate them. But it's easy for me to tell people to fuck off
because you're so much bigger.
Because I really want them. I want them to fuck off. Like I went out to eat with my wife and daughter tonight, and some motherfucker walks up to me and says, "Hey, Jock Samson, how you doing?" And I'm sitting there with my kid. I say, "Fuck off, dude."
I love it.
And threw a French fry at him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Corey Graves tweets, "Leave me alone, I'm eating dinner." And Kevin Nash is like, "Oh, it takes a second to make somebody say, no, fuck you. Fuck you, I'm eating dinner. Leave me alone. Go away." Like, I hear you.
Jockey's going to sell that fucking French fry for like $1,000 now. Right?
The piece of shit probably ate it.
So you're in Ohio. I didn't realize you were in Ohio. Like you and Randy share a state. This is phenomenal. Like this is great.
Oh yeah, I'm going to drive 3 hours to see him tomorrow. I'm super excited.
All right. That's I live about 2 minutes from West Virginia. I literally live right there on the border. I lived in a little town called Little Hocking, but I grew up in a town called Nelsonville. Little Hocking. It's about 573 people in it.
Man,
and I don't even live in town.
I need to get out of where I am. I need to go to a small place like that. We got places called like Hartford and New Haven. Like, who wants to be there? That shit sucks. I'm in Little Hocking. Okay.
I want to go to fucking Danbury and meet the Trashers, boy. That's where I want to go. I just saw that documentary.
Yeah. I don't know much about Danbury. I've been there. Actually, I was in Danbury last week. Would you believe it, Randy? How coincidental. I was actually in Danbury last Saturday. Wow. Yeah. And I drive my father-in-law to pick up.
Do you know anything about that?
I don't. It's the first I'm hearing of it.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, it's a documentary about a minor league hockey team that was owned by a mob associate. So he bought the team for his 17-year-old son to be the president and general manager. And they basically went, I don't know if you know anything about sports, but they went and got all the goons that they possibly could get. And they just started making it was great. It's on Netflix. Really? It's under the Untold series. You have to give it a watch. Just remember Sopranos. They say Tony Soprano is based off of that fellow Jimmy Galante.
Really? What's it called again?
Yeah. Untold. I can't remember the name. It's the Untold series. They did one on the Malice in the Palace, with the Pistons and the Pacers. Fantastic. Just type in Danbury Trashers documentary somewhere on Google.
Yeah,
interns will find it. Interns will find it, and they'll give it to you.
My friend Channing Decker, who is one of my best friends, messaged me because me and him, I like hockey, but he played hockey. I'm in Ohio, and we got the Blue Jackets. None of us motherfuckers played hockey.
No,
but we got the Blue Jackets. Goddamn it.
People pretend to play hockey. Yeah. So
you probably get plenty of hockey, I'm sure.
Yeah, we used to. Then we lost our team to North Carolina. Our beautiful Hartford Whalers disappeared.
You had that great theme song.
Yeah, the brass bonanza. I think no, I'm doing something else. It's one of those, yeah. Blue and gray, baby.
See, if you want to get me on a good side, we can talk sports all day long. But motherfuckers will walk up to me in goddamn Wal-Mart and talk to me, and I'm just like, fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's sacred ground. I threw a fuck those guys.
Some old husband and some piece of shit husband, old bitch. I threw a can of corn at them because they wouldn't leave me alone.
Yeah, man, it's
I just
Randy gets that all the time. Randy was the emperor of Papa John's for a little while, and he gets a lot of visitors. Hey, I know you. Right, Randy?
That and my grandma was the custodian at the local high school for 27 years. Everyone calls her mom. So it goes deep. Anything I need done in secret, if I need a title without, with a notary, you know what I mean? I got people for that. Like there's backdoors ways to handle everything.
What high school? What high school?
I don't,
I bet I know it.
Yeah, I'll tell you off air. I'm sure we beat you in football. No,
Randy,
I'm kidding.
I'll bleep it out. Just tell him. So
okay.
Yeah.
I played there.
See?
Oh yeah. See, I lifted weights
we
for
won,
one season and then decided I was too lazy. So
I played for Nelsonville, York. We won one, lost one when I was there.
Huh. Split the series.
Then I wrestled in that school. That the old high school right next to the old football field. Yeah, I played there a bunch. Yeah.
Jock,
That's about 25 fucking years.
Randy's is a large man, and he's 30. What are you, 31 now? Is he too old to get into professional wrestling? Or if he started now, could he do it? Yeah, he is. Okay.
It would be hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know a guy that started at 39, and it's hard as hell for him. I don't know how you start at 39.
Oh, man, I don't know.
I just you just get an occupation or a hobby or something. You know, this is you want this to be an occupation like it is for me. You got to start in your mid 20s at least.
Right. So are you making?
That's the latest you can go.
Is this your full-time job? Are you able to make a living? Just
full-time.
Yeah.
I make good money wrestling. Yes.
That's great. Okay.
I'm very lucky. I'm one of the few. It's like a 1%. It's like 1% of guys actually make money at this. So I do pretty well. I have T-shirt sales and pay, and then I do a lot of work behind the scenes, which pays me a lot more than the actual wrestling does. And so yeah,
right.
Very very lucky to be able to call myself a pro fucking wrestler.
Hell yeah, we got to get some.
Yeah,
Jock
I hope
Samson
Tony Khan's fucking
t-shirts.
listening.
Fuck Tony Khan.
We got to get Mr. Rich Dickman to give
nice.
Tony Khan a call and put a little leverage on him.
I got to bleep
All
that.
right?
Tony Khan, everybody loves you.
I know that guy's.
Tony Khan, give me a job.
Yes.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? All right, he should be number one wrestler in the world. They fucked up the printing when they put Kenny Omega.
Yeah, you put that goddamn Cole Carter piece of shit on TV, but you ain't gonna put me on TV. I wrestled a goddamn honky tonk man. What has he done in his fucking life?
Nothing. No, be a bitch. That's
not
what he's done his whole life. That's right. So, Jock, what got you into wrestling? What made you decide to get in there and hit the mat? And was it just a thirst for violence, or you want to entertain people?
Well, I'm 40. I'm 41 years old. I'll be 42 in 1 month. When I was, I think 7 or 8 years old, back in I know what year it was. It was 1987, and I don't know how old you are.
40.
But we used to have to go to so you might understand this. We had little video stores that wasn't Blockbuster, that was mom and pop little hill. I know the hillbilly places, they used to have it. We had a little store called Lancaster Sales LS, and it was a little redneck hardware store in Nelsonville, Ohio.
Yeah,
and they would rent movies for $1.
Yeah,
so
in Maine.
Oh, I'm sure all over the place. So every Saturday, my mom would let me go get 3 or 4 movies for the weekend. And she would say, I either wanted hot dogs with sauce. I don't know what you call them, conies or chili dogs. Whatever you guys call them. And Pete,
yeah,
we call them hot dogs with sauce.
We call them footers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sauce, or West Virginia dog if you would put coleslaw on it. But I used to get some of those, and then I'd get either a pizza, and I'd go back and watch movies. And I really was into the USA Up all night.
Yeah.
Rhonda Shear. So I like the weird ass. Yeah, I love the weird ass movies. And boy, it had nothing to do with her legs and her chesticles. Had nothing to do with that.
Not at all.
But so we rent the rooms, and I would lie to my mom and rent them. And then, but I'm in there renting. I'm digressing a little bit. And then I looked up and I seen a video tape of one big monstrous son of a bitch looking up at a guy who was a bigger monstrous son of a bitch. And it was Hulk Hogan looking up at Andre the Giant, WrestleMania 3, Pontiac, Michigan, Pontiac Silverdome. I saw it and I said, man, I got to watch this goddamn match. This is amazing, Then I turned it on. There's 93,000 people paid to see professional wrestling, which, I thought was just unreal. And then he picked Andre up and slammed him, and I lost my goddamn mind.
Right.
And ever since then, I was a little kid. I said, I want to be a professional wrestler when I grow up. And it took me to about 25 years old to get my foot in the door to even know where to find it, because it was so hard to become a pro wrestler when I was coming up. Mm-hmm. You had to know somebody to know. It's like getting in the mafia.
Yeah.
You know, friend of ours, friend of mine, kind of stuff. You kind of fucking gnats in my goddamn face. But
Oh, they're terrible this time of year.
you have to know someone to know somebody, and you get your foot in the door. And then I was 25 years old when I finally got my foot in the door, and I found somewhere to go about it. And I met Brian. Well, I met someone that knew someone that knew someone that knew Brian.
Wow.
And the rest is history. My back feels like shit. My knees hurt, but I'm making a good living, and I enjoy myself very much when I'm left alone
Yeah, that's
by
fantastic.
the fucking people.
Yeah, leave Jock Samson
No, I love
alone.
my fans. I love my fans.
Yeah.
I love my fans. Appreciate my fans. I just don't like these pricks that want to. They could so just come up to me and say, "Hey, Jock, how you doing?" But like, "Hey, Jockstrap, what the fuck?"
Oh, come on. Really? No, you don't do
Word
that in
of
real
Christ.
life. Yeah, you can get your fucking ass beat if you do that shit. God damn. Oh.
I'll throw a can of corn at your ass.
Hell yeah. Shit. You know,
You know?
Jock, you bring up, so it took you a long time. So you started you said 24. You know, a lot of my issue, like here in Connecticut, there's a lot of opportunity, but I was too young or stupid to actually take advantage of any of it. It's like I knew I wanted to entertain, and that's how I ended up on a podcast, right? So I entertain 12 people every week. It's fantastic. But if I had just a little, you know, a bigger set of balls when I was 24, I would have loved to get like refereeing or ring crew. I was never someone to be a professional wrestler. I mean, I'm just not an athlete. But being in Connecticut, there was a lot of little local promotions, especially in the early 2000s when I was in my 20s, and it's not so much anymore. So that's awesome that you fought for it and went for it, and you knew the person who knew the person who knew the person. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Now, all you got to do today is just get online or Facebook or Twitter and type in pro wrestling schools, and you look it up, and then you pay a fee, and then you're trained, and it's almost like not teaching you the right way about how to go about it.
Right.
Like it's almost this is the, let me think here. Wrestling is really hard, right? But at the same time, really simple. Because once you figure things out and you know how to cross the T's and dot your I's, it's extremely simple, but at the same time, physically hard.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's not for everybody.
Oh, God,
Just
no.
because you like wrestling don't mean you're meant to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
It's just like I like music, but I'm not meant to be fucking Mick Jagger strutting around like a fucking Banny Rooster on stage, you know, or
Rest in peace to the
I
drummer.
mean, yeah, Charlie Watts, man, the heartbeat of rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, I was actually more surprised he was still alive. I thought he passed away years ago just looking at him. So I'm glad he made it.
Yeah, they kind of had him propped up. It was a natural nerve reaction to do his beat. Yeah.
So where have you wrestled? So you know you're in the Ohio, West Virginia area. Have you been out of country? Have you been on the coast? Like, tell me more. It's like, because I'll be honest, Jock, the first I ever heard of you was when Randy brought you up to me several weeks ago when he saw you cut a promo on Instagram. Was it Randy?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, Instagram was the first place, and then I checked out your Twitter, and I've just been in love with you ever since I saw you. You're money, man. So.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been all up and down the East Coast, Midwest, Canada. I don't want to fly. I don't like flying very much.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I will.
Old
I don't.
school.
You know, it's so hard to wrestle overseas now because they expect you're going to have to lose money. And I got a daughter. I ain't willing to lose money. I can drive somewhere. I get in my pickup truck and I hit my towns. And I used to be wrestling 4 or 5 days a week, and I don't do it like that anymore. I can't. There's just no way.
Right.
And I don't oversaturate myself either because there's a lot of shitty wrestling promotions out there. A lot of shitty places out there. And I just don't want to wrestle for too many. Sometimes you have to, it just happens to be the way it is. But if people see you wrestling on shit, they're going to think you're what? Shit.
Right.
You know? So I'm very particular about where I go and what I do, but I'm pretty big in Canada, which is kind of weird because the shtick that I was working on up there was when Trump won the election, and I'm a libertarian, but a lot of people don't realize I believe what's mine is mine and what's yours, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I was doing the whole Donald thing. I'm an American Donald Trump. Donald J. Trump. The J stands for Jesus. And it started turning me. People started cheering for me in Canada, which was weird because I'm up there saying Donald Trump is fucking God's candidate. Shit. And they start cheering for me. I'm going, Jesus Christ, this backfired.
You know what? Because you're what Canadians want to be. Canadians are awful people, so they want to be real man like Jock Samson. I don't mean that. I'm kidding.
Well, to be honest, when I go walking around Canada, my jeans, my cowboy hat, and I'm just walking up down the street, people just look at me because I don't look like the normal Canadian. Well, not Canadian in general. Let's just say Ontario, like Toronto.
Right.
Like how the dudes dress in Toronto. They don't dress like we do here. I'm wearing fucking Crocs right now. And I got overall bibs underneath my hoodie here.
Nice.
But guys don't dress like me up there in the big city. So I kind of stand out. And I stay in Greek town where all the beautiful Greek women live, and it's a wonderful thing. And yeah. So I've been all over the place. Canada's my bread and butter. Can't wait to go back to Canada. I've had my passport sent in for about 6 months.
Just not
to get it renewed.
So
just backed up. And once we realized, yeah, like our government, they were all getting paid while they were off, but it's not like they work anyway. Anybody in our fucking government.
No, government employees are the worst. Fuck all of them.
As a future government censor, I look forward to that type of gig. That's what I'm angling for one day. I want to make sure that I, keep everything clean, dot my I's, cross my T's. And that way one day in the future, I can land one of those government censor jobs. It'll be great.
There you go.
Yep. Ride that till retirement. It's the only way you get good health insurance. You got to work for the government.
Yep. And then you get all the nice benefits for being in the government business. So, yeah.
Yeah. You got to excuse Randy. He doesn't understand the salt of the earth that us liberals are. Excuse me, us libertarians are. Jesus Christ, I said liberal. It's awful. Leave me alone. What's mine is mine. Leave me the fuck alone. So, are you a body guy, Jock? I mean, do you have to eat 12 meals a day, or are you just chicken and ribs?
I am like I eat what I want. I fuck what I want.
Okay.
That's kind of what I am.
Yeah.
I drink beer. I drink my proper number 12, my favorite whiskey. Yeah. If anyone wants to buy me some shit.
I got a bottle for you tomorrow.
God damn, I can't wait. God damn, I can't wait. Thank you. But I don't, I watch kind of what I eat because I have a beer gut. I have big, strong fucking arms. I got big fucking strong legs. I can lift a ton. I'm one of the few guys that doesn't look like a hairless fucking dog that shaved all their body hair off. I could walk into a bar and beat everyone's ass. And if you look at me, you're going to think, oh, he's got a gut. He can't fight. Well, I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm fat. I got a gut. Well, I'm not really fat. I'm tight. I drink a lot of fucking beer.
Right.
So I guess I'm not a body guy, but I'm a personality guy. And I would much rather have that than a body.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because some of those bodybuilders have personality. Yeah, body guys are the most bland, boring motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
You put a microphone in their hand, they try to fuck it. Kind of shit,
Yeah. Wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym and eat a breast of chicken that's not coated. Yeah, it's awful.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm on the Chad Ochocinco diet.
I work out. I do CrossFit.
Yeah.
Oh. And it's hard as fuck.
Like a
I have to do CrossFit. Yeah, right. That's right. I have to do CrossFit. It sucks. Being 280 pounds and I'm at there trying to do pull-ups and fucking burpees and shit, wall balls. I can shoulder press 285 pounds, so I can get that over my head. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you get me up there. Shit, you're like I don't know. I'm just thinking Jim the Anvil Neidhart when I'm thinking of Jock Samson, like that type of. Like a rhino, right? Ready to fucking run you over and don't get in my way.
Yeah. Like a rhino who has moonshine in his fridge.
Yes.
Do
you make any moonshine, or do you make your own alcohol? Like my father makes wine, but he's an Italian guy, so he makes wine in his basement. No, okay.
No, it's almost like getting in the wrestling. I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy, and then it goes through there, and I got to pay all four guys just so I can get my pinch,
Right.
my snort of. So yeah, I have
I'm
I have
sure
a whole
you get
fridge
that
full. I got
good West
blueberry.
Virginia shit. Yeah, that
Brother.
good West Virginia shit. And one time I went to a company picnic party, and somebody gave me 2 shots of West Virginia moonshine, and I was like, I don't feel anything, and I kept drinking. About a half hour later, dude, I was quoting the Trailer Park Boys to my VP. It was great. I was out of there. So that stuff hits you. I mean, it's a little bit of a delayed reaction, but man, whenever that bass drops, so do you.
This here I got
Look at
my
that.
clear.
Patreon.com/Rich Dickman. You can see the clear. You can see the fridge.
Blackberry,
Nice. Mason jars.
grape.
Moonshine.
I got some
Great.
peach schnapps. I got Keystone Lights in there. When the COVID hit,
Mhm.
I love the Stones, man. It's cheap alcohol. You can't beat it.
Right.
$7 for a 15-pack. There it is. But when the COVID hit, I went out like I had nothing to do. So the people that kind of live around here, we weren't going nowhere. So I went and got 7 different types of beer. I started making Jell-O shots for the wives. We cooked out every night. We ate every meal on my grill. We partied
Yeah.
for the first 2-3 months of the COVID. I really missed that time because I got to do stuff around here that I haven't been able to do in 15, 20 fucking years, wrestling.
Yeah. Those first couple
I was
months.
having weird places.
Yeah. A lot of people were able to come back together and spend more time with their families and do shit like that, cook out and everything. So, that part was great. And then here we are still going. But, so Jock, I want to ask you, as a bit of a wrestling nerd here, and forgive me, but I met Keith Lee once, okay, after I went to a show in New York, my buddy Chris O.C., and we went down, we met some of the guys, and I had a handshake with Keith Lee, and I spoke with him, and stupid ass me, I asked like the most embarrassing question. I'm like, hey, Keith Lee, you're working with Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. How do you not hurt him? Like what a stupid goddamn question, right? So when you're laying out a match, right? Now, first of all, are you laying out a match beforehand, like a Macho Man type of deal? You're calling it all in the ring. So what are you using when you're calling a match in the ring? What are you looking for? What are you trying to feel from the crowd? Like, can you walk me through that as best you can?
It's actually hard to explain because it's one of those things that I can't explain it to you.
Yeah.
It's just the only people that can explain to you what I'm going to do is the crowd, but they don't know what they're doing.
Mm.
Oh, that's
They're
beautiful.
reacting to something, and I'm listening to it, and I kind of have an idea where to go with it. They seem to like that, so let's go here. Let's roll with that.
Okay.
Today's wrestling is very planned out and staged, and that's fine. That's fine. People can do that. They're going to do that. But it's almost unrealistic to an extent when you do that because there's no reaction to it.
Right. You're missing the real fan element of it. The fan needs to drive the story. You want to give them what they want eventually.
If you show up somewhere, and you show up somewhere and you've already got something planned out. Okay, like art. So if I'm an artist and I just walk up and I'm selling pictures off the side of the road that's already done, people are going to walk up and say, well, I like that picture. I want that. Or they could come up to me and tell me what they want me to paint while I'm sitting there painting on the canvas.
Mm-hmm.
And they can tell me the whole time, oh, I like that. Can you do that? Can you do that? And that's kind of what it's like. I think it's more art.
Yeah, like improv and
than
art.
the other. Very improv. It's very, very improv. My whole shtick is basically give me, I'm going to listen to you and you're going to tell me what to do without you realizing what you're doing.
Right.
Because I'm, at the end of the day, I'm working you. You're not working me.
You hear that, Randy?
So it's kind of Nobody works me. I work them.
Yeah. It's exactly like
It's
this
kind of how
podcast.
the deal is.
I love it. Yeah.
And it loses, and the modern wrestling style, it's fine and people like it. But, if something goes wrong, how can you fix it?
Right. You if you don't
If
have the
you're not
ability
liking
to
what
fix.
you planned out.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
That's a lot with the problem with wrestling today. Is like, I go back, you were watching Andre and Hulk at WrestleMania 3. I remember Paul Orndorff and Hulk Hogan in a steel cage hitting the floor at the same time, I was there when Macho Man came off the top rope with the bell and hit Ricky Steamboat in the back of the head over the guardrail and put him out for a couple months. That was in Hartford. I was there for that. No, wait, no, I wasn't there for that. That one, I was there for George. I forget. I was one of those. I was there for something is what I'm saying. Anyways, back when the performer had control over most of their promo, they could improv it. Back when they could call their own matches, it felt more organic and more natural because the crowd, as you said, was kind of dictating to them what they wanted. Working the crowd, and it felt better. I think that's the best way for me to describe it. And now everything, you just like, I know this guy's going to get his 5 spots in and boom, everyone's going to cheer, but nobody's going to know why they're cheering. And it's bland, I guess is the best way to say.
It's a lot of crash TV.
Yeah.
Now, and the styles, a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. And at the end of but really people like what's going on. And right. I can't fault people for liking what's going on. Now, then that's just the wrestling fans. There's a lot of people that are just wrestling fans, and they're going to like whatever you give them. They're going to bitch and cry. I'm never going to watch it again, but yet they watch back again the following week.
Every week.
There's a lot of casual wrestling fans who, watch wrestling when Stone Cold and Hogan, when Stone Cold was kicking people's fucking ass. They didn't give a shit about the in-ring product. Mm-hmm. They cared about the fucking personalities, the promos and all that. And I guess that's where I'm at. I like the promo. I prefer the promo. I think it's the most important part of a wrestling match. And now a lot of guys, they don't, they couldn't fucking talk. No. You put a microphone, they're going to eat it.
Yeah.
Remember how in Willy Wonka, they stuck the microphone in front of Gustav Gloop's fucking dad's mouth. He ate it. That's what these motherfuckers are doing.
You're right.
Just fucking reached over and fucking gobbled this shit down. They're not afraid to do crazy spots, but they're nervous about talking. Because if you're already over when you get to the building, then you're not going to have to kill yourself and die that night.
Right. You don't.
Yeah. That's what I respect about you so much. You get so much out of what you do without, overdoing it. Like in your last match that I saw with Danhausen. I don't know if that was your last match, but that's the last one that I saw. You had that spot. Yeah, man, you had that amazing spot where the two of you were going back and forth with the cowbell and the ref. And it was just so organic and you guys were, just going through with that with the ref and then you ended it and then you threw I just loved it every second of it. I appreciate that.
Do you have any?
Sorry about that leg.
Oh, don't worry about it. We've had much worse on camera before. Don't worry.
I'm right here in the middle of it, making sure it doesn't. I'm trying not to move.
Yeah, that's great.
Listen, I got so drunk 2 weeks ago on air that Rem had to call the show. And we had to record on Friday. I had to go through like 6 hours of training, and our lawyer got involved. It was great. Mr. Lawless was great with Jonathan Silver. By the way, I wanted to shout out him. Your consigliere.
Lawless.
Yes.
Yeah, man. One of my best friends, the consigliere. Not too many hillbillies even know what the fuck that means around here, but I'm a big mafia mark, so.
That's Italian, right? It's a pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. Like gabagoo.
Yeah. Goomba.
I'm a big Sopranos, my favorite TV shows all the time.
Are you excited?
I got 25 Goomba.
Oh.
I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking excited for that. I can't wait. Holy shit. He going to go 100 some fucking yards? I'm sorry. I got
No, you're
I
good.
got Tampa Dallas on right now. I thought a guy was going to return an interception 106 yards into the half. So sorry. Holy shit, that was fucking phenomenal.
Are you gambling?
No, I just hate Tom Brady. Hope he breaks his fucking leg.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, me too. Fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
because you know why? Because everyone fucks up and calls Tom Brady the GOAT when Jock Samson's the real GOAT. Fuck everybody who says
right,
that.
I'm
Promo
the greatest.
school.
Jumping on that
Who do you
bandwagon.
ever fucking beat?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone says he's the greatest quarterback of all time. He's not the best football player I've ever seen.
No.
Because I mean, these guys today are coddled.
Oh yeah, they're awful.
Here's
Well, he's a clone. He's
Lawrence
not the real
Taylor-
Tom Brady. Duh.
They would have put Lawrence Taylor in prison.
Yeah. Oh, little L. I saw LT in Hartford. I was at that WrestleMania, LT and Bam Bam. And I just, oh man.
How good was that?
Way better than ever.
Honestly, if you think how that shows you how good of a fucking pro Bam Bam Bigelow was. I'm not the big Bam Bam Bigelow fan and all that, but the fact that he got a wrestling match out of someone who had no business being in a wrestling ring shows you a lot about Bam Bam, what kind of professional wrestler he was.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal. And LT took it serious, and you could tell he took it serious.
Yeah, he trained his ass off.
You know, and he was still out of shape for that. It's a whole different beast. You get a little bit more respect for it.
Yeah, he blew up like 3 minutes in or something. They went. I think it was like 11 or 12 minutes. But yeah, all I remember really, because I remember sitting in the stands watching that, because that was here in Hartford, and the only move I remember is LT on the second rope and then hitting him with a shoulder block, and boom, that was it. And everyone just cheering, they're going crazy.
Yep, New York market, man. New York market.
When you're over, you don't have to do shit. Jock, something that Randy likes to do on the show, and then sometimes I'll try to match him, is try to cut a promo. All right, and Randy has a nemesis named Walter, and Randy likes to cut a promo on Walter every week. So, but you know, Randy's never been to promo school. Okay, so I mean, do you have any tips or some advice? Or maybe we could do some practice promos with Randy and you, or see what we can do here. Is that something you want to participate in?
Well, don't bury him. Don't bury his ability, or what does Walter do?
He's a radio DJ on the internet.
Okay, fuck him. Bury him.
Right? All right. I just get a vibe from this motherfucker that he's a goddamn con man, and everyone, you know, wants to bow down and, you know, just, you know, be down there and drizzle everything all over their face from him. And all I'm saying is, whoa, let's go easy and get to know the guy. All right. That's it. Let's slow it down.
Hey, I want, you know, honestly, I've always believed everything that I say, usually within reason. So if you mean what you say and you truly believe what you say, then it's real.
Yeah.
You
that's how you lie.
Yeah.
You got to believe your lies.
It's Tony Soprano 101.
Yeah.
You got to believe your own bullshit.
So if Randy were to cut a promo on Walter right now, would you be able to give him a grade and tell him where to improve? I mean, he's not going to go on for 10 minutes, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me 60 seconds.
There you go, Randy. You're on.
All right. Okay, Walter, I've seen a lot of fucked up shit in my life, but I ain't seen anything as fucked up as your radio show. All right, you go on there, you play this metal that nobody can understand the words to, and you're going to just keep playing it. And I listen to you from 1 to 4 Pacific, and I don't feel that you mean anything that you say. And whenever you say that shit that you say, and you don't call our podcast and you call other podcasts, and you keep Trevor away from us, we just want Trevor. Give us Trevor, you piece of shit. Give us Trevor. That's all I'm saying. And ease my mind, Walter. Don't make me call you Greg again. I'll tell that story till the day that I die. That's Papa John's. Anyways, I cut that. I'm done. It was pretty bad. Because I got in my own head with you sitting there, Jock, because, like, you know, like, this is, you're the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the Emperor of West Virginia. Like, you know, I'm bowing to you. And just any advice that you would have to make me feel better right in this moment would be great, or you can bury me.
Well, I believe you believed what you had to say, but there's a little tidbit here that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You could go up there and fucking recite a Bible verse using the fucking biblical language. You know that even though people in the Bible didn't, people back in biblical days didn't fucking speak the King's English. They were speaking fucking some kind of fucking Hebrew or something like that. You
It
could
was
recite
mostly
the
Greeks
fucking
doing
King's
mushrooms. I've been reading a lot of books on psilocybin. Yeah, it was a lot of Greeks doing mushrooms that wrote those early books.
Be like, you could just remember, it's how you say, be like, hey, Walter, you goddamn motherfucker. If I see you on the streets, I'm going to smack you in the fucking mouth and I'm going to fuck your bitch.
Wow.
Okay, give me Greg. I mean, what's his name? Who'd you want back?
Trevor.
Oh, Greg's this piece of shit that took 15 grand from my Papa John's franchise.
Yeah, we want
and
Trevor
Walter
back.
gives me the same vibe as this motherfucker. We want Trevor back. And if he doesn't give us Trevor, then you know what? I might just Mr. Rich Dickman. We have a budget around here and that I haven't used in 3 years. And don't worry, Mr. Lawless got pretty much all of that in your first appearance here. So hopefully that fee finds you well. But with what's left over, Walter, I might send Mr. Jock Samson to break your ankles.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll drop my elbow on you and I'll fucking, you know what? Fuck you, Greg. You got fucking whatever the fuck his name. I don't even fucking, honestly, it doesn't really matter who he is because I've never heard of him.
Doesn't matter.
His fucking, his crazy shit, he's a piece of shit. His shit didn't get down here in the holler.
Yeah.
He'd come down here and get fucking murdered in like fucking 10 minutes. The only way he's getting out of here fucking clean is he going to play dead for a couple days and let a couple possums butt fuck him a little bit.
Wow.
But he wouldn't last 5 minutes here in the fucking hill.
Yeah, dude.
Randy, I think you were too nice in your promo. I think you lacked the killer instinct. All right. I think you were afraid just to let go.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out.
Yeah. You got to heal this shit up, man. Like, I'm too nice. I can't cut a heel promo. But I can be like, Walter, let me tell you something, okay? I'm sick and tired of you not calling this show and leaving a voicemail. And I got to listen to your voice on another goddamn show. It doesn't work for me, Walter. It doesn't work for me. I need you to call 860-316-4776. Call me now and leave a goddamn voicemail. That's how you got to get it. Right, Jock? How's that? Is that good?
That was actually pretty good. Just call him an egg-sucking dog or something in there. And,
you egg-sucking dog.
You're a fucking... Or what was it in goddamn Bull Durham when he gets ejected? When Kevin Costner gets ejected, we all know what he said, and the women are like, oh, he must have called him a cocksucker. That's what you do. You just call him a cocksucker.
Yeah.
That's the forbidden word.
Cocksucker. Or cunt.
He called him
cunt. You cunty cocksucker.
Word couldn't.
Yeah,
that's right.
Awful. So, Randy, did you enjoy your promo school? Is that a dream come true for you? Look at me, I'm making a dream come true. Yeah, all right.
Look at dude.
Yeah,
Make-A-Wish kid right here. Make-A-Wish kid right here. I mean, like this Chad Ocho Cinco diet where I eat a McDonald's breakfast every morning and drink a gallon of Milo's tea throughout the day. It's really working out. Yeah. So far I've put on, 12 pounds of fat. I thought it would be muscle, but I wish it was muscle, but,
you gotta believe it's
fat.
muscle. You gotta believe it.
I'm going to believe it's muscle. Yeah. There's actually a lot of in noetic science that shows that our beliefs. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just saying thoughts have weight.
Fake
That's
it
all
till you
I'm
make
saying.
it.
Thoughts
All
have
right.
weight.
Jock, before we get into fake news of the game, I want to ask you another question. It's wrestling related. Okay, so you've been battling up and down the East Coast in the squared circle, so to speak. Do you have any favorite opponents that you've wrestled in your career? Like the top 2 or 3?
Well, the guy that I've done the best business with is a guy named Dusty Dillinger up in Lima, Ohio for War Wrestling. I think we wrestled over 100 fucking times for over 3 years, maybe more.
Wow.
And it was a poppin' town. It finished. We all had our last match in a scaffold match. It was the first scaffold match in the history of the state of Ohio.
Wow.
And for the War Wrestling title. I ended up losing. They drew 1,500 people to come see this match, and you don't get that a lot on independent wrestling. Even today, you still don't get that many.
Yeah.
But we drew a 1,500 house. I've done the best business of my entire life with him. Dusty Dillinger, he don't wrestle no more, but he would be my number one opponent. Man, I tell you, I'm over 1,000 matches.
Wow. That's phenomenal.
And I'm, the best match that I ever had in my entire life was with the Duke for Absolute Intense Wrestling, AIW. They had a show called Absolution, and that's their WrestleMania. And they had the goddamn Briscoes on this show. They had Irish Airborne on this fucking show. Adam Cole was on this fucking show. Just a lot of dudes were on it. And me and the Duke went out and had a Texas Bull Rope match and stole the show. And they still consider it the greatest AIW wrestling match of all time.
Wow. I gotta find that. Randy, we
It's
gotta watch that.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Yeah.
Jock Samson.
Hey, Jock, if we could arrange it, do you think we could do a bonus episode where the three of us watch that match together?
Absolutely.
Oh, sweet. I mean, if you're interested in hanging out.
It was a great story for that weekend. It was a great story that happened that weekend too. So.
Oh, really?
That was a weird. Yeah, I could tell you now, or I could tell you then.
Randy, what do you want to do? You want to hear that story now? Sure. Why not? Let's go for it.
No. Oh, as an executive producer, I would say put it behind the paywall. You know what I mean? Like we get the most out of our draw here.
I already said yes.
July 1st, 2012. That was the show, the day of the show. But that weekend we had a big derecho storm that knocked everyone's electric out for a fucking month in southeastern Ohio.
Do you know where the Shawnee Lodge is?
I know about. Yeah.
I was at the Shawnee Lodge when that fucking shit happened, and we were the pool overlooks the forest, and you could just see the trees getting uprooted. Like, so I know the storm you're talking about is all I'm saying. It was fucking nuts.
So this storm hits, and like me and my wife went out to Outback Steakhouse for dinner that night, and we stopped at we still had a Blockbuster in the Kroger's at the time, so we went there to get a movie. And when we come out of the movie, we're seeing shit fucking flying all over the goddamn place. We couldn't believe it. So we ran home thinking we had a fucking tornado in our little town. We kind of lived in town then. And I mean, it looked like the goddamn Wizard of Oz. You remember that old witch going down the fucking with her in the fucking tornado?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're seeing fences by. Like people's fences are uprooted, trees are falling all over the place. I've never seen anything like it. Takes our electric out. So we have to go stay at my in-laws. After I had to cut a tree out of my road. I had to go do it. So I had to go in there and cut this. So it took me about 8 hours, because of course all my neighbors who I'm trying to help are just sitting there looking at me. I'm fucking with my chainsaw out there fucking chopping this fucking tree, taking my time. That's all you could do. And we go to my in-laws, and they had a generator, and they lived in West Virginia. And I remember having to shave. I had to shave my whole body back in the day. I was shaving out on the fucking porch because I couldn't see in the house. Thinking this is going to be awful. Then we go do the match, and then we just I've had the greatest match of my life. Right. That weekend on that weekend. It's not a great story, but it's something I'm never going to forget because I remember being so happy when we got to the building and they had air conditioning because we didn't had it in like fucking 4 days because it was it was July. We were fucking thrilled to death. We had no gasoline. We had to get up the highway to get gas.
Yep.
We were fucking taking gas tanks with us on the highway because we knew we were going up to a place where it didn't get affected. So we were filling up these 20-gallon gas tanks.
Oh, shit.
And like 5 of them. So we to put it in the fucking our CRV at the time and the generator. Wow. So yeah.
Did y'all get hit with that ice storm in 2003?
Probably.
Yeah, that one was nuts.
Honestly, I actually think so because I was up and it was at Christmas, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I just remember it was 2 weeks, like 2 weeks without electricity. It was
We got hit
rough.
with it, but if for some weird reason it didn't hit where I lived, like we got the ice, but it didn't hit our electric. We were like one of the only spots that didn't have it, which was weird.
Yeah,
But
it
I
did
remember
so
all the
much
ice.
damage.
Watching all these trees just fucking sag with all the ice on. Yeah.
Well, all my crazy fucking neighbors were out there shooting branches out of the trees so that they wouldn't try and get some with like they had AR-15s and shit like that, and they're just blowing branches out of the trees. And somebody was talking, but blowing branches out of the tree so that they wouldn't tip over, trying to get weight off of them. But the trees were bending completely. It was a crazy time.
Yeah, weather's terrible.
Yeah, I had to cut one down.
Stupid shit.
But yeah, that was wild. That was a wild weekend. Look that up on YouTube. Jock Samson versus the Duke, and also the scaffold match me and Dusty Dillinger had. It was a different scaffold match because you had to start in the ring and climb your way up the scaffold to get the belt.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't so unique.
Randy, executive produce that. Let's arrange that, and we can do that. That'd be fun if Jock's up for it. I want to give a shout out to Walter's Wall of Woe on Fridays, 1 to 4 Eastern. Check out his internet radio show. Jock, I'm going to bring in our friend Heart of Tanks here. We call him Tanks, or you can call him Glenn. And we're going to play some fake news, the game. All right, Randy, if you can arrange that, and I'll explain the rules real quick to Mr. Samson. Tanks reads 2 headlines, and we have to guess which headline is the real story. Right, Randy? The real story.
Yeah, the real story and fake news the game, Jock, because we suck at branding. Tanks sucks at branding.
All right.
But,
I'll do my goddamn best.
Glenn, are you with us,
right.
Glenn? Are you live and ready to go? Nope, not there. Randy, where is he?
Jock, I don't know. He's unmuted. Are we having technical difficulties with Glenn?
No, wait, here he comes. There
he is.
Technical difficulties with Discord. I'm sorry, guys. Welcome to Fake News.
Right. I'm going to shave for this game.
Not yet. All right. Or just
can we do the Hartford Whalers music?
You give me a second, Jock, and I will. I'll make that happen. Hartford. I got to learn how to type. Hartford Whalers.
Do you think I look better bald, Jock?
You look like Telly Savalas put on 100 pounds.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's who I am.
The host of Fake News the Game, it is Glenn of Tanks. Tanks, what's up, buddy?
Welcome to Fake News the Game, the only game show guaranteed to make you buy tickets to not making that joke. We have 2 permanent contestants ready to play, Randy and Rem. And joining us today is professional wrestling superstar Jock Samson. Jock Samson, welcome to the show.
Lamb.
Hell yeah.
Tanks, he's the Emperor of West Virginia. Show some goddamn respect, okay? God damn.
Emperor of West Virginia. Sorry, it wasn't on his Twitter profile. I'm sorry. I would have put that in if I saw it. I'm sorry.
Like, follow, share. Follow, share.
Professional heel, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Jock, did I tell you? Sorry to crash the show. AEW took my book at Jock Samson sign. I don't know why we didn't make it past. They took my sign.
They took your sign.
They were yelling, saying, "Open up all signs." So I don't know, brother. I don't know what's going on there. Somebody
that makes
in
sense
line
why they're not booking.
Yeah.
Damn, AEW
sons
even
of
hates.
bitches.
Damn, AEW hates their own performers. Damn.
Let's go EVP.
Well, what you need to do is wear a T-shirt that says "Book Jock Samson," and then if they take your T-shirt, they have to give you another T-shirt. So you might, if you know, that way you walk out with some merch.
You might get a Powerhouse
Yeah,
Hops
that we
T-shirt.
didn't pay for. Nice.
That poor guy got
Interesting.
knocked the
Interesting.
fuck out. All right, Tanks, let's get going.
Alrighty. I'll explain the game because we have someone new. This game will be played in 5 rounds and 1 tiebreaker. Each round has a category because reasons. Each category has 2 headlines of 2 stories. One is real, one is fake. It will be up to you, the contestant, and you, the viewer, to choose the real story. It is up to you what story is real and what is fake news.
All right. What's our first category?
The good, tried and true Florida man.
Florida man. All right.
Yes. Story number 1. Florida man was arrested for assaulting his roommate with pizza. Or story And story number 2 is TikTok teenager breaks glass bottle when he tried to bottle flip it.
Okay. So
What is the real story?
the real story, my guess, I'm going to go first here, is the TikTok teenager story. I'm going to say that one's real. Jock, do you have a guess, or do you want Randy to go first?
Just the fact that it's fucking Florida. I hate the whole goddamn state of fucking Florida. My in-laws live in fucking Florida. Fuck Florida. Fuck the Florida man. The only fucking place in the world where someone could go to fucking jail for assault with a goddamn fucking piece of fucking pizza pie. So uno, or as my French friends like to say, un.
All right. So story number 1 for Jock. Story number 2 for Rem. Randy, what story will you choose?
You're muted, buddy.
Super muted.
Gotta unmute yourself, homeboy.
Oh, I was gonna go number 2. Sorry, Rim. I've been hitting the pin a little too hard.
So Rem.
I was gonna go number 2, but I'm gonna go. Jock convinced me to go number 1.
All right.
Alrighty, so the real story is the man that was arrested for assaulting his roommate with pizza.
Fuck.
Oh, right.
So
110.
So 1 for Rem, 1 for Randy, and 0 for Jock. But comebacks have happened before.
No.
You say the pizza?
Yeah. They're correct.
Yeah, that's legitimate. The real story. I can DM you the story right now if you want me to.
No. I'm 0. They're both 1. They both got it right.
All right. Story number 2. Why are you doing that in an airport news?
Okay.
Story number 1. Man does a surprise trust fall into a TSA agent. Or
Kofi Kingston.
Yeah. Or Tosh.0. Or woman stretched through Miami airport in nothing but a bikini and a face mask.
Yes.
What?
Is that your choice, Jock? Number 2?
Yes.
Number 2 is the real story?
Go.
All right. I'm also going to say number 2. Randy?
I'm going to go number 1 because I think it was Kofi Kingston.
Okay. What do we got?
Imagine a guy like doing a surprise trust fall into a TSA agent, and imagine that story being fake. The real story is number 2. The woman there's a video footage of a woman just walking through like Miami airport and just a bikini and a face mask. I'm
I actually saw that.
That like she does not give a fuck, bro.
God bless her.
Keep living, baby. Keep living.
That's right. All right.
Keep doing you.
211. Tanks, what's number 3?
Story number 3. Good parents news. We need some positivity in this depressing world, so let's go for that. Story number 1. Instagrammer's father became an influencer while working alongside with daughter. Or story number 2. Fortnite gamer's mom becomes a pro herself. What is the real story, gentlemen?
Jock's throwing up the hook'em horns. I think he's saying number 2. Is that correct? Number 2.
2. Dos.
Right. Randy, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going to go 2 because we were talking about Ready Player One earlier, and that made me think of the book Armada, written by the same author, who has Atomic Mom, who helps save the world.
Right. I'm going number 1 just to try to get an advantage here.
Ooh, damn. Well, the real story is the Fortnite story. Fortnite's gamer mom became a pro herself. It's kind of wholesome because what happened was the mother just wanted to know, like, hey, what's my son into? Then she got interested into the game herself. So, what a just very cool,
Swiney and Angus. Hey, so where are we at the score? Right? We got 3-2-1. Jock is in the lead.
Yeah, babe.
All right.
Yeah. So he might come back for the championship. We'll see. I mean, there is a belt for the winner too. So
yeah, Tanks is totally getting that done, making that for us.
Round 4. I wish I have that news. Story 1. Ring recently unveils a trapdoor stairs product for 2022. Or new Roomba promises quote unquote poopocalypse horror stories are a thing of the past. Gentlemen, what is the fake story?
Okay, looks like Jock's indicating number 2. I'm also going to say number 2. Randy.
I hope it's number 2 because I got this new dog that's fucking won't shit outside. He'll piss outside, but he refuses to shit outside, and I don't understand why.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, the real. Yeah, funny thing is, I do it by random, and coincidentally, the real story is story number 2, which is a story about cleaning up number 2, which is
wow. Jock is 4 for 4 here. So thank you, Tank. So we'll get into our final round. So just to recap where we are, Jock has 4 points, Randy has 3, and I have 2. There is no way for me to win this game, but I'm going to play the last round. So just to keep things fair, gentlemen, I will guess first. All right, and then Randy, and then Jock. That way we can't just we can try to avoid. I don't know what I'm saying right now. We'll figure it out. But Jock, this is incredible. Are you excited? You're 4 for 4 currently. We have one more to go.
I haven't been this excited in at least 5 years.
All right.
I could smell the sarcasm all the way over here.
Tanks, what's the last category?
Round 5. Fuck the title. I'm not making a title this one.
Fuck
story
the title.
number
That's the
1.
category. Oh.
Yeah. A woman says her employer denied her request to finish at 5 p.m. so she could collect her daughter from daycare, won $254,000 after a legal challenge. Or story number 2. Target employee fired for holding onto Pokemon cards to resell.
I'm going with story number 2.
Story?
I'm going to choose story number 2. The Pokemon nonsense is totally believable.
Because you said more words, I'm going to say story number 1. I don't think you'd make up something with more words.
All right, Jock. You can either tie or win outright. What do you got? We got 2. He's going with 2. Jock is going with 2 again. All right. Let's see if he's 5 for 5. Would this be the first clean sweep?
It would be the first clean sweep, but not today. The real story is the first story.
Okay, now we have a tiebreaker. Son of a bitch.
I knew you were lazy, Tanks. I knew you were lazy. All right. Always bet on Tanks being lazy.
Fair enough. Now,
all right.
A tiebreaker. I have the top, according to Newsweek, I have the top 5 most watched Netflix originals from 2020, according to Newsweek. So since Rem is already out, Rem can pick one of them, one out of the 5 to eliminate. So Rem, what do you think? What? I'll read the top 5. Then it's up to you to pick.
No, don't involve me at all. This one, Tanks. That's going to get confused.
No, we're gonna.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I confused myself.
Yeah,
I must not overthink these types of things. You're right, Rem. You're right.
Yeah, to keep it simple, let's do our top 5.
I have 5 of the most watched Netflix originals from 2020, according to Newsweek.
And if I may, Tanks, let me just explain it real quick. So, Jock, Tanks is going to name off these 5 titles, and your job and Randy's job is to choose the top 1. So, of the 5, which is number 1? Okay. All right, Tanks.
All right.
What are the 5?
All right. We have Emily in Paris, Umbrella Academy, Money Heist, Queen's Gambit, and Lucifer. Gentlemen, pick any among the 5. Whoever picks number 1 or the closest to the top wins this game of Fake News the Game.
And Jock, you can pick first.
I can't pick both. All right, read it back there to me again because I have no fucking clue. I figured it was going to be Joe Exotic, number 1.
I wish it was number 1 too. I really wish it was. I think it was like in the top 10, but
I'm gonna go actually Umbrella Academy.
Okay.
Oh,
I remember that one.
That's the one I was gonna pick because I remembered it. So yeah, read them off again.
We can't lose that one.
Or no, Queen's Gambit because my fiance watched that. So
so number 5 was Money Heist. Number 4 was Umbrella Academy.
Number
3 was Lucifer. Number 2 was Emily in Paris. Number 1 was Queen's Gambit. Once again, Randy getting number 1 pick.
If I was playing, I would have chosen
the weed, boys. Yeah. It lets me see the future.
I don't even fucking. Man, right. You know what though? We all lost because it wasn't fucking Joe Exotic.
I know, right?
Yeah,
dude, what a fucking wild ride that show was. Holy fuck! It's like,
I watched it. Yeah, I watched it in a fucking day.
Wow.
There was never. I
too.
Yeah,
Dude,
you
what a
gotta
fucking
get
ride.
through it. All right, Tanks, what's that?
I made sloppy joes.
Give me the headline of that news story you want to read, and I'll tell you if I want to hear of it or not.
Oh, it's a life news story. A Walmart coworker says, unironically, simping is pimping. That literally happened in real life.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, well, next time.
Yeah, send it into the show. Tanks, thank you so much for playing Fake News the game again this week, and it was good times. We'll see you again in 2 weeks, buddy. Thank you.
All right, take care, bro.
See ya. Jock, thanks for playing along. Fantastic job. You were working on the clean sweep there. My gosh, you would have had another championship, but Randy took it out from under. Yeah.
Well, I was just trying to pick the weirdest fucking story because I figured if it's the weirdest story, I better have a good shot of picking it. So
yeah. Tanks has like a rhythm to what he chooses here, and Randy's figured it out. I'm still working on it, but I also figured out the strategy of the game, which I did not employ tonight, Randy. I didn't. That's why I lost, because I didn't employ my winning strategy. That's exactly right.
The only way to win is not to play.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. I've lost my notes. Hold on a second. We're getting there. So Jock, one thing we do here, we have a segment called Dick of the Week, where either a listener will send us in something about something they observed that makes somebody the Dick of the Week, or we read some news stories. Fortunately for you, Randy, talk to Jock for a second, because I forgot to download the voicemail, so I'm going to get that right now. But
Jock, how is the Emperor's Mansion? How is it being, at the top of a monarchy?
It feels really good, man. I'm actually sitting out here in the Jock Samson Community Center, enjoying myself. Life is good when you're king. Tomorrow I'm going to knock the shit out of Cole Carter. He gets to pick my opponent. I get to pick his. Pro Wrestling Conquest. I mean, for anyone that's a wrestling fan, they're live streaming the show tomorrow. If you can't get there, you need to get online there and check it out. You're going to see Jock Samson's on commentary. I'm going to be on commentary the whole time until I wrestle, and then I'm going to go back commentary and talk shit.
Wow.
It's just basically me.
Every penny.
Yeah. Pro Wrestling Conquest. Type it in there on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I think I drank a fucking about 3/4 of this fucking bottle today. So forgive me.
All right. So my Dick of the Week isn't working, Randy. It was from Svensson, and he sent me a link that's not compatible. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I think he's trying to fucking spam my computer. Svensson, send me a better link.
We have Dick of the Weeks inside the notes.
I don't even know if I want to do that.
I can read them.
I just want to cut promos with Jock.
Okay.
He drank a bottle of Proper 12, and I think it'd be fun just to cut promos. So, Jock, let me tell you about these guys. Okay, we have a best friend podcast called Not for Human Consumption. Okay, and these three assholes, they sit on there and they have a good time. They get drunk talking to each other and about video games and all the bullshit that they enjoy. But they're really nice dudes. But they like to poke fun at my physical appearance because I might have a lack of a chin. All right, maybe I don't have the most defined chin and I don't have a great side profile. So
terrible accident.
Yeah. It just got cut off. Maybe, and since you're the official pro wrestler of the Rich Dickman Show, you got these guys, Matt, Jay, and Dylan. They like to drink beer and play video games all day and make fun of people. Maybe there's a promo that could be cut in these assholes. Put them in their place and tell them, make them stop.
Well, for the fact that they would rather play video games than go out and actually try to get laid is a whole different thing. I mean, gentlemen. You're adults, okay? Get the fuck off your couch. Go down the goddamn street. I know there's a fucking B-dubs every fucking 20 feet. It's like the Dollar General, but for fucking buffalo wings. Get up, go out, talk to people. Don't be a fucking troll sitting there on your couch like a piece of shit. Nobody likes fucking video gamers. You know that Madden video game when they had that competition? Those are some of the biggest goddamn losers in the world until you realize that people aren't playing fucking Madden or fucking sports games. They're fucking playing Pokemon. They're walking around jacking off a fucking statue It's fucking bullshit. And the fact that you're drinking, you're just disgracing alcohol. Alcohol wasn't meant for fucking video gamers.
No.
Be a fucking man. Get out. Go to a fucking strip club. Fuck. Video games are for fucking losers.
Yeah, you bitches. And this Saturday, we're going to whoop your fucking asses inside that ring. Boom. Thank you. Thank you,
Right.
Jock Samson.
I'm going to kill your entire fucking family. I'm just kidding. I don't mean that. Sorry, that was a joke. You can edit that, right?
No, I'm going to leave it in. Fuck. They fantasize about having sex with my father for some reason for several weeks. So they deserve it. Yeah, go ahead, Randy.
They literally bought the web domain rimdrinkscum.com. So, you know. Yep.
Well,
yeah. Talk about
it redirects to their
my kid name.
podcast.
Well, goddamn. That sounds like some sons of bitches, boy.
Jock, did you do wrestling in high school, or was it just football?
I did everything. I wrestled in high school. I ran track. I played basketball. I played, football, baseball, basketball, ran track. I did everything. I lettered in 5 sports.
Wow.
I did it all.
All right.
It's weird because pro wrestlers today they were in the fucking marching band and shit, which is kind of fucking weird because it's an athletic endeavor, but yet they were fucking marching band or some fucking emo geek that listens to that screaming ass kill your parents metal, kill your parents music, that that scream metal, this modern scream metal shit, not like Metallica, the shit you can lift to.
That's what Walter plays.
But no. Fucking kill your parents music, what it is.
Yeah. What kind of music does Jock Samson listen to?
Well, I'm an eclectic kind of guy, really. I'm a country guy. I like all my country music, but I appreciate 90s rap, good rap, when they were telling a story.
Boys.
I'm a metalhead. I like all the lifting music, like Metallica. AC/DC is probably my favorite rock band of all time. Pink Floyd's my favorite band of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other reasons for that. I'm sure I'm just not going to say it, but you can guess. But I'm seeing ZZ Top in about 2 weeks in Charleston, West Virginia.
That's awesome.
Man, I'm sad that I can't see Dusty Hill. God bless him. I'm excited to see that. Hopefully people in West Virginia will fuck it up and get vaccinated and wear a goddamn mask. And so I can go out and smile and have a good goddamn time and get drunk with ZZ fucking Top.
Yeah.
At least with Billy and Frank.
Right.
But I like everything. I like classic rock. I hate jazz. I hate modern. I don't mind modern rap because when I go to clubs, I see girls shaking their ass to it. So it can't be that bad.
No.
I hate modern metal. These fucking kids today, they're fucking parental problems. Like, I get it. Your dad didn't hug you enough. Quit screaming about it. Quit being a fucking pussy.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. Just go fucking
I lost
something.
my parents to the opioid epidemic, and look at me. I don't worry about it.
Well,
I just got over it.
You listen to these punk bands, these fucking pop punk bands. They're the same kind of kids with daddy issues, but they ain't got the balls to fucking scream about their dad.
Yeah.
Like these fucking pussies that do that screaming parents music.
Like Blink 182.
Kill your parents.
Jock, the 90s were the best decade ever, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. See?
Goddamn, let's go to a Jim Blossoms concert and get fucked up.
Yeah, right? And then go see Temple of the Dog after and wear a flannel. Fucking 90s were the best. I used to sit in the car.
I 90s on 97.
What's that?
I 90s on 9 fucking all the time.
Yeah, that's a great station. I just, because you said you're 41, almost 42. I'm 40, almost 41. And I remember in 1986, freaking sitting in a car with my dad and listening to Hang On Sloopy from 1960 something, wherever, and thinking, shit, this song is 20 years old. This thing's fucking old. And now it's 2021, and I'm asking my Google to play a freaking Smashing Pumpkins song from 1993. Jesus Christ, we're hitting 30 years now. It's crazy how time goes. But
when you sing Hang On Sloopy, it's big here in Ohio because I'm a big Ohio State football fanatic. And that is the state rock song of Ohio. The guy who sang Hang On Sloopy, who wrote the song, is named Rick Derringer, who is from the state of Ohio.
Rick Derringer?
And who is also known for writing Hulk Hogan's theme song.
Yeah, holy shit.
And saying rock and roll hoochie coo. So when Hulkamania is running wild, all you're going to see is OHIO, you know. Big Ohio State fanatic. I love Ohio State.
Randy,
Ohio's really giving the world a lot of good shit.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone needs to calm their tits with Ohio. Ohio's been good to the world.
Randy, does it bother you that I have more in common with Jock than you do? Like, he and I are pretty much best friends now, and you just...
No, not at all. Dude, it's like a dream come true. I feel like I executive produced today.
Yeah.
So,
Jock, it seems like you like talking shit. Can we talk a little shit about other wrestlers, or do you not want to do that?
Depends on who they are.
Okay. Well, I'm more curious is like if you have any horror stories from anybody that maybe we might know. Now, I know a lot of independent wrestlers. I used to go to Evolve shows all the time in New York. You ever do an Evolve show?
No.
No. Yeah, they're out of business now.
No.
Yeah. You know, my buddy, we go down there and watch wrestling. What's that?
Yeah, I don't. If I want evolution, I'll read the Bible. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. It's a joke, people. It's a fucking joke. Okay.
Do you have any horror stories from somebody who's kind of maybe not well known, but fairly well known, that who's like a real asshole, or just maybe a funny story that you ran into him at some point?
I don't know if I should say this one or not, because we'll just say a certain wrestler who is world famous, and I mean world famous,
Kenny Omega,
for doing drugs.
Oh.
Okay. And got right, but he was big on drugs. I had to pick him up. And then as soon as I pick him up from the airport my first year in, he says, "Hey, brother, can you take me where the drugs are at?" And I fucking took him to where the drugs were at and dropped him off. And then I get out, and it's just a bunch of fucking people surrounding him. And they realized who the fuck it was. Because it's a big fucking deal. And they swarmed him like he was like he was a big pot of fucking cheese, and they were rats fucking coming around, and they were swarming him. I mean, it's like Rocky when he was running with the fucking kids.
Yeah. You
get out and realize this is who this fucking guy was. I don't want to say his name because he's in a good place now. I will let your imagination run wild. You could probably almost guess it.
Probably.
But he's big fucking I don't know. I'll just go leave that for your imagination.
Yeah, okay. I think I have a good idea.
He has a grizzly past. Yeah.
Huh? No, he's still alive. He's still with us, which is a
thank God
fucking shocker, really.
It's easy to get into drugs and stuff as a wrestler, isn't it? Because either you're in pain or you're away from home, and
well, the guys back in the day, you think about it. So I listened to the One Man Gang. He was on One Man Game, was on the Sean Mooney podcast.
Okay.
And so he did 45 straight days on the road for Vince when he was One Man Gang or team. I can't remember. But it was 45 straight days on wrestling every day. Twice on Saturdays, twice on Sundays. So just imagine that fucking. So he had 5 days off. So you have 2 days or travel days, one to get home and one to get to your next fucking town. And it's on the end of the fucking 5 days. And he was saying guys need something to wake up in the morning. They need something to go to the gym. They need something to perform that night. They need to come down from that performance. Then they got to go to the bar and hang out till 3, 4 in the morning. And the next thing you know, they got to take something to go to bed. Mm. That's how things were back in the day. It's easy because you're getting the shit beat out of you and you're getting hurt. Like, I don't criticize anybody for fucking doing what they can to feel better. But those guys, they did what they had to do.
Right.
45 straight days on. People, it's crazy.
That's worse than barge work, man.
Yeah, that guy's like 400 pounds too. So it's like an extra toll, just carrying all that extra weight around.
Imagine him on a plane.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been comfortable.
Right.
I'm 400 pounds and I hate getting on a plane. Hell, I went to AEW last night and that was uncomfortable. The seats were, I had an edge seat, so I kind of sat out in the aisle, and everyone that had to walk up and down the steps fucking hated me. But Moxley came out right by us, but they fucking took my Jock goddamn Samson sign. Still pissed about that. Fucking AEW.
Yeah. Get your t-shirt. At least you get another t-shirt.
It's going to happen. Do you appeal to the massive? Do you have up to 5XL?
Well, I probably can get one eventually. I think I can get one. My t-shirt guy, if you go to indieconnection.com, they only go up to 4X. But you might want to send them a message. They may be able to work at 5. I'm not real sure. But they do indieconnection.com, type in Jock Samson. Indie Connection t-shirts.
Jock, if
you can also get cameos, right? Like you'll cut a promo for someone.
For what? For a t-shirt? I do a Slameo on there, like a thing where it's cameo, but it's Slameo. And for Christmas, I've basically wishing motherfuckers happy birthday, but cussing them out. It was fucking great. Easiest money I ever made in my life. Motherfucking people.
That's great.
Nice.
Jock, if we sent you a t-shirt, would you wear it to the ring one day? Or
I'll make it a belly. I'll cut it off and make it a belly t-shirt.
Okay. That
I'll wear it in a promo because I'll wear it in a promo.
Yeah,
I can't wear it to the ring because I got a certain gear I wear to the ring.
Understood.
But I would be glad to wear it I'd be glad to wear it in a promo for you.
All right, we'll get together offline and I'll finally get a place and we'll get a t-shirt out to you. Hell yeah, Randy! Look at that.
All right,
look at that. All right, Randy. Now's your time. You got anything you want to ask Jock? You want to talk to him about? Because this has been phenomenal. Jock, you've been just a fantastic guest. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
I appreciate y'all having me on here, man. It's nice sitting here. I've got my TV on out here in the garage, so I've kind of been flipping up, watching the Bucks and the Cowboys, and Gronk's got 2 touchdowns already. Fuck.
Motherfucker, there's a guy drafted him in the 3rd round in my fantasy league, and we were all like groaned when he did it. And now he's fucking right. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, pretty much. It's 28-19 Tampa.
Oh, damn. Jock, do you ever get out to Boston? Because we're having a bachelor party for Randy, and I think it's October in Boston. And I'd love to invite you out there.
I've never been. I've actually never been to New England. That's part. I've never been anywhere like past New York.
Oh no shit.
My dream. I'm gonna be honest. I've always wanted to wrestle in New England. And I have a main. I got like a main. I have a thing for Maine because I'm a big Stephen King mark.
Yep.
So because all his fucking flicks take place in Maine, I just want to see. I like scary shit, like Salem. I want to. My wife and I, we've talked about whenever I'm done wrestling down the road, that we take a fucking New England road trip. Oh, hit every fucking state in England. Like Connecticut, Rhode Island. Boston. To Maine and stay in fucking mom and pops all the way up, go to New Hampshire, Vermont, and then I have a friend that lives in Watertown, New York, and finish up there. Maybe go to Cooperstown because I'm a big baseball fan. And
reach out to Northeast Wrestling. NEW does shows all through New England. They're based out of Poughkeepsie.
They've actually done some shows. They've done some shows in Pittsburgh and.
Yeah,
but I've never I'm weird about reaching out because I just don't. I feel like I'm begging, and I don't like to beg.
Why don't I reach out on your behalf as your manager? I'll do that for you. I'll
you can be my other consigliere.
Yeah. I'll just get in. If I can hang out with you at the show, I just want to walk like 10 feet behind you. I don't need to be. I just want to get the feeling of walking down the entrance aisle.
Lawless is my lawyer, but what was you could be my Tom Hagen.
Yeah, I'll be your Rem Dickman.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right. A lot of kids out there ain't gonna know who fucking Tom Hagen is when they fucking make the Godfather reference.
No. And listen, if I know you're in the same state as Randy, but if you ever make it out to New England, I got a wife, I got kids. All right. So if you're ever out this way, hit me up. I'll take you out for some seafood. I don't know if you're into seafood, but we got a lot of it down on the shoreline here.
I love seafood.
Yeah, we'll hook you up, man. I know you can get oysters.
It sounds like a country song.
Yeah, I love seafood.
Didn't Reba McEntire sing that song, If You're Ever in New England?
She may have.
Reba.
Reba. Randy, before I start wrapping it up, do you have anything you want to say to Jock? A question or anything that I've been ignoring from you all night? I'm sorry.
Well,
Touchdown Cowboys.
Oh, nice. Jock, I just want to say thank you for coming on. It's been amazing talking with you, and I'm really excited that somebody as amazing as you is representing the 740. I think it's the greatest area code in the nation. I think, it's produced more presidents than any other area code, I believe.
Heisman Trophy winners, boy. We got a Heisman Trophy winner from Southeast Ohio.
Yeah.
Right.
And then a guy from my high school once, as a fullback, scored a touchdown for like Penn State or something. I don't remember.
Well,
but anyways,
Sarah Jessica Parker's from my hometown. She was born in Nelsonville.
Wow.
So there you go. Yeah.
Look at that.
all we got is Earl Thomas Conley. All we got is Earl Thomas Conley from mine.
You got Roy Rogers down there, boy.
Yeah, that's true too. I forgot he was on the murals. Anyways, damn it, Rem, you got a lot of beeping to do.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
Damn it.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean to bring it up. Sorry.
So, Jock, tomorrow night, Randy and his fiancee Kristen are going to be at the show, and they got themselves front row seats because they're representing the podcast.
I recruited my friend Brett.
And his friend Brett. So. Kristen would like me to ask you, Mr. Samson, if you would kindly and viciously chop the fuck out of Randy. Can you just give him a chop?
Oh, well, I mean, if I got to, I'd be glad to do it. I mean, I like inflicting pain on people. It's kind of like it's a fetish thing, a little Ric Flair chop to the chesticles, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'd be glad to.
All right, look for them in the front row, the Rich Dickman gear and the Jock Samson sign or whatever it is you guys are bringing. Jock, plug.
Is that you? Book Jock Samson sign, right? Is that the one you're going to take to the show?
Yeah, well, we're going to make it a new one because fucking AEW. Like it was this guy, he was yelling, open up your sign so we can check. And I said, that's censorship. And then I got up there and they took my fucking sign.
Yeah. Now you
as a future government censor, I was impressed with their effectiveness, but it feels bad, man. Feels bad.
Well, the thought means more than anything to me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're huge fans of yours, Jock. Go ahead and plug everything you got and your Twitter, socials, and appearance, whatever you got. Plug it all. Go for it.
Well, it's easy. You just go to like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and you just type in my name, Jock Samson, SAMSON. There ain't no P in Samson. Just think of Samson and Delilah. Think the Bible. JOCK. SAMSON, Jock Samson. If you go on Snapchat, ladies, just send me some provocative pictures. I'd appreciate it.
Hell yeah. That's right. That's what Snapchat's for.
By the way, you put my fiance in the hospital. Well, in the urgent care. All right. Whenever I told her you were going to be on the show, right before the show, we were at the urgent care because she had chest pains.
Cut a promo
she got
on
all
him, Randy.
Twitter.
Cut a promo.
Well, no, I respect him too much. I couldn't do that. All I would be thinking about is how, inferior I am. Randy. I got a complex.
Man,
Randy.
Once you start to have a Red Fox heart attack from Sanford and Son, Elizabeth.
Yeah. It's exactly like that.
Just show my age.
I almost had to cancel this whole thing. And do something else if Randy couldn't make it. Because Randy, you got to take care of real life. Well, let me tell you something, Jock Samson. All right, it's been an absolute goddamn pleasure having you on the show tonight. All right, this has been a great interview, and I really thank you for coming on. We're gonna wrap it up. And Randy, you got to say the words before I do, though, buddy.
Let's bring this baby home.
All right, buddy. Let's go. Thank you so much for listening to the Rich Dickman Show, the podcast. Like I said, it's slightly better than mediocre. I don't know why I went there, but richdickman.com for all your Rich Dickman needs. Thank you for listening. We love what we do. I'm all out of order here because I clicked the wrong button. But if you like what we do, You can tell a friend, right? Tell a friend about the Rich Dickman Show or leave a review. That helps as well. And if you'd like to see more on that, you can check out patreon.com/Rich Dickman. We got a couple bonus episodes coming this month. We got the final episode of Liquor Fueled. It's going to hit you, and we'll figure something out, whether we can arrange watching one of Jock Samson's wrestling matches, or we can watch porn with Sarah Starr. Randy, we'll figure that one out. But patreon.com/Rich Dickman and richdickman.com @richdickman.com. Go ahead, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because the behind the scenes video is coming. We have producer Ryan working on things. Cody's busting his ass. Randy's sitting there eager to see things. Jock, we're doing a behind-the-scenes video escapade of Randy. That episode I had to cut out because Randy was too drunk, and it all happened. It's hilarious how this all happened. So check it out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course the merch is there as well. Click the merch tab, get yourself a Rich Dickman shirt, and I'm going to send one to Jock Samson. He's going to wear it during a promo. It's going to be awesome. All right. That's it. Oh, yes. Listen to our friends. Listen to Who Gives a Shit with Cripple Jesus and Adam from Houston. Listen to our buddies at Not For Human Consumption. They play too many video games. And check out Walter's Wall of Woe on Fridays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern.
Don't fucking check out Walter until he calls our goddamn voicemail.
What's the voicemail number? Oh, you got to do it at the end. Don't go out of order, because I'm going to fuck myself all up. RichDickmanShow@gmail.com if you want to get a hold of the show, or at Rich Dickman Show on Twitter. Executive producer Randy is at Sir0 with an E, or Sir0 with an E @gmail.com. Producer Ryan at RyanTRDS. Hey, get it with Cody at Cody McCann, MCCANN. And my mother at Rem_Mama. And of course, I am at Rem Dickman. Randy, if they want to come join us on Thursdays when we do this, how do they do that? Or how can they call the show?
We usually start between 9:30 and 10 p.m. Eastern at bit.do/TRDS1. That's bit.do/TRDS1. You can join our Discord. You get all the content the patrons get, but you don't have to pay for it. So, get in on that. And if you want to leave us a voicemail, you cowards, I don't think we had time to even play any this week. We probably had hundreds. But Jock was just such an amazing guest that we had to skip over him. Maybe next week. But you can give us a call at 860-316-4776.
That's right. I can't wait to tell my dad about talking to Jock Samson when he starts talking to me again. Jock, thank you again for coming on. You are the man. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. So for Jock, for Randy, for me, we'll be back next week with something fun. I think. I hope. We'll do it. Good night. Oh, Jock, you have to say see ya.
See you later, motherfuckers.
Ah, yeah, perfect. All right.
Boosh.
We used to have another co-host, and in his role, he would always say see ya. So now we have to instruct the guest to say see ya, but today we forgot.
That's all right. See ya.
You said it just like Sarah Starr did. Jock, thank you so much. That was fantastic. You are a delight and a pleasure. Dude. And you're an awful heel. You're awful, and I hate you. And I hate you so much.
Well, I get more cheerful the more I drink. Everyone likes me more when I'm drunk, so it's tolerable.
That's like me, too. That's why I have to stop.
I have a tipping point where whenever I start giving fucking sermons in a Cuban accent, that's when people don't like me anymore. I don't know what it is.